Hello again, everybody. Welcome to week 3 of your tax accounting course here. So we're at the halfway point. So um, most of you that are in there, from what I'm seeing, doing really good. No problem. Some of you have been in touch with me, some questions you got, so that's good. Always get in touch if you got a question. That way we keep you caught up and everything. So I got my scenery up here for this week. Don't know where it's at, but it looked pretty, so there it is. A little bit of one of the things. All of you are in the where you're at now. You're in like 304, so you're pretty much gotten you're halfway through or even more, depending on where you're at in the program. So I just found this. It's never a question of can you, but will you. You have, again, I talk about these obstacles that might cause you to fall behind or put something off. So, that's a choice you make. And so I just try to inspire people to stay focused and stay on track and stay caught up. We spend a lot more energy catching up than we do if we just, stay caught up. So, all right. And then what else? Oh, yeah. And then since you are pretty far in the program and nearing completion, or some of you might be near the end here, don't focus on how far, you know, not how far you have to go, but how far you've come. You know what I mean? So, um, all of you are where you're at right now. So, it's just a matter of, getting there. But, you've come a long way to get to where you're at. So just stay focused on it and let's get there. So, all right. Into the course room, like I said last week, for the last 2 weeks, those of you that are in there doing real good on the discussions, lots of interaction and talking and covering the topic. So no complaints there. Homeworks, we're hit and miss. Some of you are doing great in the homeworks, turn them in, some not. So those of you that it applies to, you need to get these turned in and get them in on time. Don't forget, I sent out the welcome letter, and I think back in week 1, mentioned some of the changes in grading. So like lateness, like on assignments and things like that, will end up in some point deductions. And we're introducing you to a discussion rubric where there's a little more guidelines on what you need to be doing in the discussion. So if there's any issues though with what you were doing in discussion, I've already sent it to you, so no issues there. Coming up here in week 3, the week 3, you got 4 chapters. Okay, so you got here we are, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So chapter 6 has to do with taxable income for business operations. So it covers a lot of the yeah, business related taxes. So versus the personal stuff. So there's a lot business. Those of you that plan on either running a business for somebody, or you may already be, or you're going to open your own, it's important to get a tax accountant. If any of you plan on being tax accountants, it's a very interesting field, but because there's just a lot that goes into the taxes. There's different ways of tracking things, how we do things, things like gross income, and you got deductions and all sorts of things. One of the things I learned when I got into Domino's Pizza running is there's things like how businesses use the calendar year. Some go on an actual calendar year, like a January 1st through the 31st. And then a lot of business, like when I was in Domino's, went on what they call a physical, or what we call periods. There was 13 months in a year, basically, or 13 periods, they call them, period calendars. And they were 4 week. It always started on Monday through Sunday, 4 weeks. So if January 1st fell like on a Wednesday, the first day of the year actually began 2 days earlier, in that Monday, December 30th or 29th or whatever it is. It still calculates out to 52 weeks. If you do 4 times 52, 4 times 13, it's still 52 weeks, but it gives you 13 months in a year instead of 12. And so a lot of businesses operate that way. So that's a little bit of extra info there. Okay. But yeah, so all 4 um, chapter 7 has to do with property acquisitions, how you go about buying a property and so forth. Chapter 8 covers, okay, property dispositions. What do you do? How do you get rid of properties? How are the taxes affected by, different things, what things are written off or how you can write off things. And the tax laws seem to change every year, so it's something that people have to keep up on. And then you got also things like non-taxable things here. So I mean, so all 4 chapters, a lot of stuff in here, but it's all got to do with tax accounting for business. So again, if anybody's having problems, though, just get in touch with me. A couple of you been in touch, so we'll just keep doing that. Homework is the same as you've been doing. You got the different questions at each chapter. The total questions, though, usually are 10 questions per week. So we see it in here. We just got like 3, 6, 7, yeah, 10. So there's 4 chapters. You still got 10 questions. So all right. What else? All right, and that's pretty much it. So make this short one, and the only other thing I'll do is give my little test question for you. Oh yeah, this is back my just this guy right here. That is me, and you can just let me know what I was doing. All right. And again, if you got any questions, just let me know. Like I said, we're at the halfway point here. Those of you that are lagging behind, you get caught up because I mean, one of the things about being behind, late assignments, late in the discussions is it's costing points, and you could end up failing a course just by not having, by the lateness and or not being active and losing attendance points. So I mean, it does happen to some students. So let's just get in there and catch up or stay caught up. And any questions, get in touch. Alrighty, have a great great week and all that stuff. And get in touch if you need anything. Take care, everybody.